parent of Kiara, one of grade one kindness. I'm here to speak. Good afternoon, Sister Jo, Miss Mendoza, grade school teachers, and fellow parents. So I'm here just to share with you why my husband and I feel that we've made the right decision in terms of enrolling our daughter here in STC. Actually, I want to share with you that honestly, the decision to enroll Kiara here was initially only because of convenience. Because we live very near here, and most of my fellow female cousins who lived here in Manila were enrolled here, so they graduated here. So parang it was just almost automatic that Kiara was gonna be here. But then last year, my husband and I, we decided na we wanted to go on a house hunting. So, syempre, as expected, we were drawn towards the south. Kasi dito sa Quezon City, the lots are very precious. So, nandoon kami na nadala. So while we were doing that and we were almost ready to sign up, my husband and I, suddenly we had that special talk and said, what about Kiara? How is she gonna parang adjust to that change? Are we going to get her through the 1-hour drive from the south to Quezon City? And then he said, why not let's consider transferring her to the other schools, like the schools in Makati or somewhere in Taft, yung mga ganyan na schools. And then I said, wait a minute, let's think about it and let's talk about it a little further. Because as a working mom, kasi both of us are working, it's very important. It was very early on in our lives, we decided na we are gonna find a very good school which will share with us, diba, in forming our dear daughter. So parang it's a very important decision that we had to make. And then finally, when we were discussing, we said, maybe not yet. I'm not just ready to, move Kiara out of STC. And how we made that decision, we considered 4 different things. So I wanted to share with you this afternoon also. So 4 different things. First one is the values, the set of values that, it was very important to our family. And I thought that the same values that are being promoted by STC, we shared that same set of values. The second one is the approach to learning. Because even when I'm a working mom, I'm very particular about Kiara's progress in terms of both in academics and social skills. So it was also that second factor is very important. The third one is the culture, because different schools have different cultures. So I thought that we had to look at this in terms of deciding whether STC might be the best school for us. And then the fourth one, of course, was value for money, meaning the kind of quality education that you get compared to the amount of money that you have to pay. So let me just try to share with you in terms of culture. Kasi ako, parang in terms of values, ito talaga yung very important for me eh. Siyempre yung academic excellence, almost na-expect mo yan, di ba? At saka hindi ko na siya masyadong inisip kasi kahit paano, parang sa lahat naman ng schools, merong mga ganyang approaches. Pero ang STC, meron na siya talagang hinahawakan. So it's a given already. So parang I focus talaga on the values. And what was so important for me, number 1 was the simplicity. STC's behavior policy helps develop the character of the students. And I saw that in my daughter. I particularly love how they managed to quote-unquote impose that the girls do not wear fancy accessories other than blue, white, black, basta walang fancy colors. And I felt that my particular concern kasi was that outside of what I can control, in TV, internet, they're just all around, and that they're so full of worldliness. And so I felt that I had to bring my daughter into a place wherein kahit papano yung desire ko and yung desire ko to keep her simple and intact and fully grounded, it will be supported when she leaves the house. and which is syempre the school is very important. So parang so that when her chance to make her own decisions come, I know I don't have that, 100% certainty na kasi she's gonna make her own decisions. But because the formative years has been spent are in our house hopefully, and then in a school like STC, hopefully when that time comes, she will make the best decision for herself, grounded by the value of simplicity. Tapos the second one, I felt that because STC had a strong foundation in the Catholic faith, so that was very important also for me. And I appreciated in Kiara's active and very relevant very relevant take on her Catholic faith. Kasi one time, I want to share with you my experience with her daughter. Kasi here, syempre, they pray the rosary every day in October. So one time, we were praying, and then she shared with me, kasi we would have that parang talks namin every night before we go to sleep. Sabi niya, Mama, what my favorite mystery of the rosary is? And I go, okay. I was surprised with the question, kasi parang, the rosary is a very complicated prayer for a grade 1 to just, find a favorite. Parang wow. So sabi ko, okay, what is it? And then she said, it's the crucifixion and death of Jesus. And I go, oh, why? So I was surprised. And then she says, because Mama, I feel very sad when I hear the mystery, and I feel the pain of Jesus, that Jesus suffered because He loved us so much. So ako parang wow naman, di ba? For my daughter to say these things, na parang she has this great appreciation. Actually, to be very honest, I haven't talked to her about the rosary, and I know that she could only have gotten that kind of wisdom, from STC. So yun, it was very important for me. And then, social awareness is isa pang value that was very important to me. At home kasi, I try to find regular opportunities for Kiara to experience the joy in giving, na parang that there is more to our lives than the food that we are able to buy for ourselves, for the toys that I can buy for her and that she can play with. Parang I want her to know na there's a bigger world outside na na you can make a difference. And I feel very happy and I'm glad of STC's curriculum on that makes space for samahan, and their unique learning opportunities that teaches the kids that there's a world bigger than themselves. Yung samahan, I suppose you're going to learn it later on. The teachers are going to share it with you. It's a program wherein the kids, the girls, they're able to parang share different learnings that are outside of the textbooks. Yung sa how to care for, of course, parents, grandparents, and then the homeless. So yung mga ganong takes, I feel very grateful that STC, teaches that to our kids. And then yung that they're blessed, they're so much blessed that they're being taught na you can make a difference in other people's lives. So yun sa akin was very important. Sometime in their school year, pagpasok ng girls ninyo sa grade 1, they will be asked to learn the Hindi Lang Sila Bata song. I learned this only through my daughter. This is a very, parang sa akin, ang ganda namang song kasi sinasabi niya na yung Teresiana, you're parang mapalad ka kasi hindi lahat ng bata katulad mo, pero galingan mo kasi later on, ikaw naman yung tumulong dun sa mga ibang bata. So parang ako sabi ko, okay naman. So minsan, sana iniisip ko pag tinitingnan ko yung anak ko, sana talagang nararamdaman niya yung kinakanta niya. Tapos yung second factor was the approach to learning, as I mentioned. So there was reasonable amount of homework. Kasi parang dati inisip ko na paano ba yan, lalo na working mom, I don't have enough time to, baka hindi ko na siya matulungan, ganyan. But the teachers, they were very particular na they don't give too much homework over the weekends, so that talaga the family naman can have time for, togetherness. So that was important. And then practical learning approach. The approach to learning is relevant. It's not just pure books, but the kids are allowed to discover what they read from the books in real-life learning experiences. So I feel that that's very good for my daughter. And then yung SINAG program. This one to me, I feel very personal. Kasi to me, this is personal because actually, this is a program ng STC na when they see that parang your daughter manifests special talent, parang they engage the daughter, the girl, to that program.